Proper preparation produces perfect performance. So I'm taking a good long period of time for this particular shave, because it'll be the only shave you'll ever see me do in a bloody video. Do you see a different man? Because I feel like a different man. We're sitting out here in the rain, and there was a thunderstorm just now. And a few days ago I had a nice outing with the track and field day. So we were playing around in the mud as barbarians. And then of course it's allowed to have your beard, but ever since I was craving a shave. Do you remember that feeling when you feel that, of course, a well-taken beard could also be a sign of civilization. But in this whole culture we are experiencing now, there's a lot of young men growing their beards looking for their masculinity. Now, I would like to have a very stern plea for masculinity hiding in civilization. So yes to the beard, but also yes to the clean shave. When it's executed properly, without too much ado. You see, that's why we've put this ridiculously large knife here, because this is the symbol of, one could shave with this if one would be very careful, and one would perhaps feel very tough for facing the danger of a blade such as this around your neck. Now, that's a lot of bosh, because this is my trusted, very cheap, wonderfully orange Harry's razor blade, and what I like about them is that they've eradicated all the ridiculousness, and they just made a good blade. And you see, of course, when you want to ponder civilization, as I do now, you have to take, as with everything, the time to shave properly. And we could have a smoke. There's the thunderstorm again. We can have a smoke while we shave. We could have a beer while we shave, or a whiskey. Do you know that Winston Churchill would start his day with just a tiny bit of Johnny Walker Red Label with a heap of fresh water? Because whiskey in Gaelic means life elixir. So to get his big, fat, stumbling body going, he would need some elixir in the morning, and then of course he would read the newspaper in the bathroom and drink a bottle of champagne, as one does. But to have a nice smoke when you shave and contemplate what civilization really is, it might bring you something. So as you're in the field, where you know that you're the only reason why you're there is for life itself and for civilization, one always must take the time to shave. And I believe this is what fathers should tell their sons when they give them their first shave, that it's not an execution of masculinity only, welcome to adulthood, but it's also that adulthood comes with responsibility to create a civilization that carries around peace, that carries around beauty, and that carries around grace. You see, we're 99% beast and 1% angel. Now there's a tendency to focus on the beast part, so the male strength, and maybe the female power and the sexuality of a civilization. But I believe that it is also very, very much worth our while to tend to the 1% angel. And the 1% angel lies in lighting the matches from something which is a little bit of, one can say, nostalgia, because this is the Flying Dutchman. And they would trade around the world, trying to bring us civilization. They would try to bring spices from all over the world, and they tried to create the world that we live in now. So we're standing on sailors, usually with beards. They didn't have time to shave. But you know that when a cowboy rode in the West, and the first thing he would do is bathe and shave before he would go to the saloon. Become human again. So you slide away from the angel slowly to the beast, as the entire civilization in the West is doing right now. We're losing the angel bit. We're losing our culture. We're creating nonsense art. We're creating distracted and confused men and women and young people. Whereas life is not, it's actually not too difficult. See, I too am getting confused in this modern world. How could you not? And as with everything, proper preparation produces perfect performance. So I'm taking a good long period of time for this particular shave, because it'll be the only shave you'll ever see me do in a bloody video. But I do hope that you remember the song by Kay Starr from the 30s, where she sings, "Little things mean a lot. Blow me a kiss from across the room. Touch my hair when you pass my chair. Little things mean a lot." You see, I came in for Alec Bradley cigars. The gentleman told me it was Rocky Patel's I was looking for. The vintage cigar from the 1990s. Do you remember the 1990s? It was before they started the EU. The music was horrible, though. It was terrible. And we just came out of the 80s. We were looking for the end of modern times. You see, modern times ended in the 1990s. I always chop up history in parts of 40 years. That's a very interesting idea. The notion of between 1830 and 1870 is when we had the Romantic era. There's a ton of beauty to be found in that period of time. And between 1870 and 1910, we had a period of high culture, deep spiritual interests in the depths of the human being. We had theosophy, we had anthroposophy, we had Peter Pan, Alice in Wonderland. Sherlock Holmes. And then between 1910 and 1950, we had 2 world wars. So the opposite of the Romantic era, the era of order, straight-lined order. And then after those 2 world wars, in the 1950s, the modern time started, and it ended in 1990, from the year from which this cigar is. So, and after the modern time, we entered the postmodern era. And that's where we live now, at the end of the postmodern era, between 1990 and 2030. The postmodern era, and look around you, what it looks like. We're about to digitalize the entire world and abandon our true human nature, and perhaps create an entire new hybrid of human. You see, I'm too old for that. I'm not interested. I'm actually a bit nostalgic, and a little bit of melancholy catches my heart whenever I see that AI is taking over this or that. Reading the newspaper, sometimes physical, but most of the times on my smartphone. So you see, I'm taking my time for this shave and my contemplations about civilization in the postmodern era with you. Because most media consumers go fast, but I like things slow. I like my food cooked slowly. I like my woolen pullovers woven slowly. We like things made by hand because they are done with love, care, and they take a lot of time. We are citizens of the world, aren't we not? But do we really need everyone to be the same? We should all be treated equal as humans, absolutely. But isn't the essential equality of man based in the fact that we are different? And that we admire each other's differences and ways of being and doing, and we can mock each other a little bit every now and then, as I mock myself. Have you seen The Mockingjay? see, it's very nice to sit in the barber's chair or to meet your father's hand for the first shave because somebody else takes care of you. And usually in the morning when you shave, you would probably shave swiftly in the shower or in front of the mirror. But do you know what it means when you seriously feel that you are taking care of yourself? Do you know what it means when you are seriously taking care of yourself? Have you ever taken the time to shave outside with the rains pouring down from the heavens and taking care of your civilization? Was your last shave and smoke? Now, if there was a barber shop that was called the Shave and Smoke, I would probably go there. And the cigar, this simple shaving knife gives me so much pleasure. It relaxes me and it makes me enjoy that I'm human. Don't shave just because you have to, but shave because you want to. Because you want to be a civilized human being. Because if we don't have civilization, whereas civilization means that to live in harmony with nature, with your nature of the beast and the angel at the same time, with the essential duality of man, that we have war and peace inside of us. You become addicted to life. You have to be addicted to life, because your addiction to life will kill all other addictions to luxury and comfort, the system, the modern era. Big screen TVs, fancy sports cars. Supercars don't make you superhuman. Your mind and the strength in your hands makes you superhuman. You can't buy your way into civilization. They tried that in the 18th century by killing the aristocracy, sitting at their tables, using their cutlery, dining from their china, living in their castles, but they could never, ever grasp what made the aristocrat the aristocrat. They thought they could buy it. They were wrong. Because aristocracy is an idea rooted in civilization. It is rooted in the futility of human endeavor, but endeavoring anyway. Endeavoring because you want to endeavor. Because you want to show everybody inside of you, your ancestors, and everybody living inside of you in the future, your children, you want to show them who you are. What you were capable of doing. Were you capable of consuming, going down to the supermarket every God-given day to buy your way into eternity? Or would you endeavor, and would you do it as a shaven man, carrying civilization with you around the world? Shave when you're in the field. Feel clean, because cleanliness is next to godliness. Don't trust a man in clean clothes, but also don't trust a man who never washes his clean clothes or his dirty clothes. It's a fine line, isn't it? Have you ever asked a homeless person if he would like a shave and his feet to be washed? When you shave outside, you don't need a towel. That's one of those ridiculousness from luxury and comfort in life. You don't need it. It's nice to have a towel. I'd love to have a towel. We just forgot it, so I have to move my way around it. Do you see a different man? Because I feel like a different man. Do you remember that feeling when you go to the barber shop and you get your hair cut? You come out, you're feeling a new man. Or a new woman. Don't you love the cities where sometimes you can see a woman coming out of a barber shop or a hairdresser's? For the ladies, of course, it's not a barber shop, it's a hairdresser's. When she comes out of the hairdresser's, and you can see this woman shine because she feels beautiful and civilized. Same goes for a man. course, I'm overdoing it a bit today for you to express my sincere concern about the perishing of civilization. And I've tried to give you a little insight in the Dutch weather. See, I even have to raise my voice. This is a typical Dutch summer we are experiencing right now. Reminds me of a song. It starts with, "When the sins of my father will not let me go, and when the pains of my mother," and then I can't remember the next line. And then he sings, "Lord, make it rain." So on that notion, with the washing away of the sins of my fathers and the pains of my mothers, I bid you a civilized 21st century and a clean shave. Good day.